I won't tolerate weakness.
Hello, everyone. This is John Crate.
Over there!
We're back. Rogue Trader. Now, I actually tried to stream this late last week, but there was an error. But I didn't realize that there was an error until after I'd played a few, like an hour and a half or 2 hours in. So I'd already beaten this fight and continued on. So we are going to have to do this again. So yeah, we've already gone through this. We went through that last time we did record.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Come to chaos!
Okay, so we know now that we don't fight Aurora. So there's no reason for anyone to stay back. There is no fight there. Pascal. Advance there. Cabela. Can advance to there. Okay. Oops. That won't actually do anything to him, but it will take out 3 guys. So we should probably do that. No, we can't target anyone there, so put this on Pascal, because he's probably going to have to get up close and personal.
Will do. But of course.
Electro Priest.
Glory of my masters.
Nothing I can't do.
Perfect spot.
Already done.
Surefire plan.
All too easy. You didn't stand a chance.
And there's an Electro Priest down. And we can get
Nothing
that
I
Electro
can't
Priest with
do.
some things. Oh, hit your own. Way to go.
Aim for that heart next time.
Okay, Pascal. Put you here, we can use your shotgun on these 2. So yeah, let's do that.
Running binary override. Significant value. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
That Electro Priest ready to go.
I feel nothing.
Nobody on that
Fear
side of the
nothing.
board is able to do anything. Stop that. Cabela gets a bonus.
Naturally.
Yes. Oops. Well, okay, wanted to do that anyways, because I know.
For the
sworn enemy of
throne's
Electro
glory.
Priest. Now we're gonna move here. Get ourselves in melee with enemies. Or no, we'll here. And just
I won't object to it.
take you out. Okay, Cabela.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. I shall not fail. Death is a blessing.
Oh, barely touched that guy. There you
Killing
go.
brings me no pleasure. As the tenets demand, come, the other side awaits. As honor ordained, death is a blessing.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. She is just a beast. I say, Abelard, we need you to get over here, please.
Follow my lead.
Take this guy down.
Indeed. One fewer target.
So yeah, as you can see, without any of those wounds on us, we are doing a lot better than we were.
What is this foreboding?
Yeah, you need to put forewarning on yourself.
Will do.
This place has warp energy, so we've also got to be careful that we don't overdo it.
This has failed me.
Negligible.
What kind of line of sights do we have here? Okay, we do have line of sight to the Electro Priest, so let's
Not a
target
problem
him
for me.
like this.
Already done. All too easy.
There we go. Last time we did this fight, I could not hit anything. One that didn't record. Oh man, I was just missing for it. Okay, Pascal, move up, please.
One route. Forward.
Tried to get rid of
Running
this guy.
binary functions successfully terminated.
Line of sight. You have line of sight. Oh no, you don't have line of sight to that guy. That's okay. Put it on him. Line it out not. Not gonna matter.
I've suffered worse.
Okay, the Electro Priest. How if we go here? Can we charge?
Get me a target.
And then
Let's
we
see
can
to
attack
it.
normally.
Your reckoning is due.
Down they go. Let's endure. End his turn. Nice going. Cabela, where can we put you? Nowhere that will really do a ton. So we're gonna put you in cover here.
Death comes in silence.
So you're gonna be ready to go as soon as your next turn comes. Abelard, you too. Move here and charge. How far can you go?
A tactically sound approach. Victory is imminent.
Okay, Adira.
There
just
is
move up.
movement
We've
in
got-
the Empyrean.
We've got time, so she can just move up. Sight.
An offering of blood.
I do have to move you now, don't I? Got line of sight to him. Yeah, we gotta move closer. Okay. But if I move, okay, if I move, I'll lose line of sight to those guys, so that's okay. Yeah, just get up there.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
And then reload. Pascal, move up. I don't suppose you can reach anyone? No. And reload. You reload as well.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
Oh, I can't charge him. What if I move here? Can I move here and then charge?
I'll put my
Yes.
psychic abilities to use.
Ah! Let's endure. Let's sworn enemy on the.
I won't object to it.
Is a reward.
Bella. See what you can do about this guy, please.
Let your soul be purged. Killing brings me no pleasure. Trust me. Come, the other side awaits.
There we go.
I shall not fail. Death is a blessing.
Another one down. Okay, so we do not have to worry about heading back. So what we can do now is just try and go around.
My place is at the fore.
But be gone!
Okay, there we go. A line of sight to anyone I'm thinking? No.
Stop it!
Yeah, no kidding. Stop it.
My vow is to serve. Messiah condemns you.
Heinrichs, how far can you go?
Everyone, step aside.
Okay. Get moving. Can you charge through? Like. Just go.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I know what is to come.
Okay, we've got line of sight to someone here.
Suits my purposes.
Suffering is part of the trial.
That. And we can shotgun him.
Liberate you, machine spirits.
Heinrichs, move here. And charge him if you can.
For the
Yes.
throne's glory.
And
I won't
regular
object
attack.
to it. I'm done with this one.
Okay, enough. We're powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. And a dagger flashes in Aurora's hand. She drives into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see it too. A blinding voltaic arc bursts forth from the broken control panel, strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. As metal heats up, smoke billows at the bars. With a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. Is that it? The final dawn? Why is it so different from what our teacher promised? She shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You'll pay for this. You will. You... She dies. Confirming purgation and termination. Heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. A minute, please, John. I need no more than a minute. Inspect the control panel. Cogitator is probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and towards the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be the lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. The pommel is decorated with a strange adornment resembling an eye covered by a scaled lid, or remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it, the same tint as Kunrad's weapon during the mutiny of your void ship. And it's the same one that we saw in our vision on board the ship, where they offered us a sword except the eye was open. This is no human-made object. It has grown from wraithbone, a material favored by the Eldari. Well, we're not going to take it. But, I don't know, I don't want to toss it away. Let's have Heinrichs take it. This unholy object is the work of inhuman hands, and judging by the cold I am sensing, it is a tool of the arch-enemy. I am most grateful for your vigilance, John. Chris takes the strange shard out of the control panel and studies it for a few seconds. Curious. She stows the corrupted object away and turns to you. Rogue Trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordos, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I'm ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem possible. That is, if you do not have other business in the system, in which case I am prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Remove the mask. The iron helmet is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of the mask, but peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if for a moment you saw something move. It's finished cleansing the monastery. Executing, let the Omnissiah-given motive force flow and all obstacles in its path be eradicated.
Remember,
Okay,
innocence
we've got
proves
levels.
nothing.
Heinrichs, what do you want? Probably strength. There you have that one. You might as well take Psyker Minors. Okay, for him, we don't need perception, we need weapons skill. Already have those. I don't know that I like this one. We're gonna take the healing ability. Cabella's gonna take the strength. I already have those. Let's see. Yeah, this one. So if we do her multi-strike against one single target, it does a lot more damage. Okay, for you, don't need a weapon skill, so I guess perception. We give you now. Just take ballistic skill. In fact, we're going to mark that on him. But no, they got to take one of these. We almost might as well just take this. Yeah, we're gonna take this one eventually, so we might as well just take it now.
What is it?
Data meditation.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Okay, well you have... Oh, we can take toughness. Okay, yeah, toughness. And yeah, we should almost just take chain weapon expert. chain weapon expert it is. And Adira, what do you got? Intelligence or perception? I guess intelligence. Why not? I already have that. This one. Okay, so this requires the 19. That's interesting.
Victory awaits.
Your seneschal is...
I'm always ready.
Crap. Let's see. Up. Detect it. Come on, detect stuff. All attacks of opportunity, which those don't happen too often.
Follow my lead.
Let's go. So we're done here. Go up. Oh, not much to say. So yes, we saved the place. We're great. Let's get out of here. Can you go, please? Okay, let's get back to the ship. Oh my god, what is wrong with this thing? Go!
Rogue Trader. I was somewhat brusque at our first meeting, and I would like to make up for it by expressing my thanks for your assistance in the electrodynamic Cenobium. Your arrival could not have come at a better time.
Anytime,
Thanks
buddy.
to you, I have succeeded in finding the object that brought me to this system in the first place. Now that the weapon of corruption has been seized from the cult, I can satisfy the Lord Inquisitor's wish and travel with you to Footfall, once you have finished your business on Rycat. There is one more thing. The Lord Inquisitor gave me this item some time ago. He must have thought it likely that I would find myself aboard this vessel sooner than he. I was instructed to deliver this device to Lady Theodora. However, given recent events, I believe I ought to present it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine capable of translating the languages of remote and lost worlds into Low Gothic. It can even process Xenos languages to a certain degree. Not without infelicities, but possibly well.
Thank you. The Inquisition's generosity is greatly
May
appreciated.
the elucidator serve House von Valancius as faithfully as it has served the acolytes of the Holy Ordos up to now.
What do you plan to do now?
I would like to offer my assistance in resolving your immediate problems. I am aware that the ship suffered considerable losses during the recent mutiny and was damaged by the cultists' actions, and you have lost many valuable officers as well. You are in a difficult situation. I am at your disposal.
What do you think will become of the
It all
Snovium?
depends on the electro-priests who survived the attack. Fortunately for them, the cultists did not manage to seriously corrupt the holy site, partly thanks to the priesthood's efforts. Nevertheless, I would not be surprised if the local explorator fleet decides to audit and purge the damaged units once it hears about what has happened. Thank you for your time. Please consider me at your complete disposal while I am aboard your vessel.
Congratulations on the victory, Your Lordship. The entire vessel was impatiently awaiting the news of your expedition's success. The rumors about you not simply saving the Tech Priest Monastery, but actually eliminating the source of the mutiny are spreading like wildfire. The Vox transmissions from across the world speak of nothing else. Governor Medina is waiting for you in the command center to discuss matters, but I ask that you delay that visit and return your gaze to the Navis Nobilite Station instead. We are in desperate need of a new navigator, but all our communication requests are still being ignored. I do not see how anything other than a personal visit from a man of your stature can convince the representatives of the Navis Nobilite to break their silence. Yes. We will, head that way now. Maybe. Yeah, well, since we're gonna get another person on the ship here, we're gonna get our navigator. So we can wait to talk to everyone for that. We're gonna go down this way. It says that there's still a question mark. I can't do anything there. Maybe we'll come back to it later. And Majoris did something. Okay, augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged, rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard or near the vessel. Okay, send a squad to explore. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called Drukhari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a low, woeful creak, as if promising to drag along into the abyss anyone who dares to disturb its slumber. Let's see. Yep, I believe we did this one last time. Which these are all because we want people in there. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the void ship. Soldiers who entered the vessel were met with lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself, following its abominable nature, came to life, immediately craving to sate its wicked appetite for human death. The vessel's systems have reacted to the intruders, and senselessly cruel, deadly traps have been activated in all decks. but our agility test succeeded. Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate their victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech on the sinister void ship, but no data that could shed some light on why it came here. So yeah, stuff we can't use, unfortunately, because it's Xenos. I want to go here. Astropathic station dead ahead of the void ship is motionless. There is a lifeless silence across its Vox frequencies. The lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here, lurking in the shadows. All of this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths, who claim to be hearing an incessant ghostly howl emanating from the station, all the more disturbing. Ouch. Try to contact him, I guess. What else are you going to do? Station is not responding. Perhaps there's no one left who can respond. Deploy the team. The enforcers offered their prayers and proceeded to enter the uncanny station. What they saw inside was monstrous. Astropaths upon their thrones, not quite here, not quite now, smudged, as it were, across time. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. Or manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence. Let's see. The main hall was covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed blind old man sat motionless upon a tall throne. He was quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still alive and screaming. Well, let's do lore warp then. Send Zachary Weiss to the station with a squad of bodyguards. Choir Master Weiss boarded the station in person and proceeded to the choir hall. He stood silently for hours in front of the man frozen in ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. He offered a prayer to the god of Earth, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Weiss reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy, the late choirmaster's amulet, taken from his frozen body after death. Okay. So we'll put that probably on Idara. The psychic shriek carrying across the Immaterium has been silenced, but this has brought the crew no relief. A chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered that the crowd was masking a different sound, one even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of a cataclysm born from the warp storm of the Titanic power, so intense that the entire existence must be able to hear it. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into Psyker's minds, evoking everywhere in the same image, a dark, beastly mouth cleaving the universe in two. Now that the mad choir master has finally stopped screaming, the song of the Immaterium has reached the Rogue Trader's void ship too. Order the station explored. Let's see. A brief and chilling chronicle of the station's boom was found in the scribe's records. A warp disturbance of monstrous proportions wiped out half the choir at once, turning the astropaths into living portals through which torrents of the Immaterium's energies poured out. Those who lasted longer bellowed and howled about a black rift that had split the universe into before and after, in a darkness that would devour the astronomical light. Burn it. Void torpedoes shatter the fragile station. One can only hope that the unfortunate souls captured by the warp have perished along with their home. Okay, Lord Captain reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Urek 5 being off limits to visitors, we intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We've also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite house requires aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmissions. Scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The officers from the Augur crew report performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We are able to ascertain excuse me, that the reactor core of the station is still active, but compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigator's heralds ignoring us? I'll negotiate personally. I'm sorry, Lord Captain, the station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and a declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Let's see. Order the crew to commence docking. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigator's blind. Dock safely, may the God Emperor light your path. Yes. Oh, did we gain another level? We may have.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
The name like Felek, you know he's the bad guy. Oh, I gotta blow my nose one second here. Okay. Okay. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face. And not just his own blood. Two jet black unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and a third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all of the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. How can a blind man see the starry sky? I do not know what you are up to, but I am in no mood for games. Let's see. I come from Reichhead Minoris after receiving your distress call. A call, you say? Only one person could have sent you this way, and it must have been a Vayne Winterscale. Why didn't he come himself? I came of my own free will. My people merely decoded the signal that was meant for Winterscale. You don't say. Getting access to the personal communicator of the heir of a great dynasty is no easy feat. Who exactly are you? Ah, wait. I recognize this coat of arms. You are a lord of the Von Valancius dynasty. That explains so much. Since fate has brought such an important person to my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felek Christoph August, keeper of this station. So, you do not come to offer support to traders? That is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Uruk 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. Let's see. Why would a keeper of the station command mutants condemned by the Emperor? The blame lies with Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Uruk 5. The old man was the great navigator, but he could no longer control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Cassia. madness and stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station after he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. The Theobald I knew would never have used his powers in such a reckless manner. Except you threatened me with that right here. This will be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I'm going to try. The warp currents in the system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles and have worn the veil between our world and the Immaterium thin and frail, at least here on the station. The ruinous powers are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed, and pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. The lunatics took my mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station, but I rallied the few who still followed the light of the Golden Throne to set things right. Lord Navigator here is speaking the unvarnished truth. I bet the station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through from the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door wide open. The suffocating grip of the Immaterium can be felt across the entire system. It is not surprising the veil grew thin here of all places. The Navis Nobilitae can command the warp currents, but the use of their abilities wears down the barrier between the two worlds. I sincerely hope the influence of the Immaterium has not yet affected your body and your soul. With all due respect, I advise you not to remain at the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Cassia. If you are not willing to help or indeed risk your life, you must leave now. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress's chambers, you'll need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is working. Let's see here. You came to the station for a reason. House Orselio will not be able to help you until the current crisis is resolved, but if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement, and you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence, or the powers of our navigators. Okay, how do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the Mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of the sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement, so the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. Requesting access to the object's data crypt. The Navis Nobilitae use independent modifications of standard sanguinary technologies due to the uniqueness of the genetic code inherent in the lineage of each house. And these technologies were made secret for a reason. I must respectfully decline your request, esteemed servant of the Omega. You have your sacraments, and we have ours. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guest room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. So why don't you do it? I never said the feat would be easy to accomplish. The path to the lower laboratory and the guard room is blocked by the very same madmen who took over the station. They will not negotiate and are not afraid of displeasing the Navis Nobilitae or incurring the Emperor's wrath. They vow only to brute strength, something which I currently happen to lack. So what have you decided? Let's see, I still have questions. The warp drove the servants insane, but failed to affect you and Lady Cassia? Thanks to a special gene, navigators are more resistant to the emanations of the warp than mere mortals. This is what allows us to guide ships through the Sea of Souls. Tell me about the Mistress. Regretfully, I'm not allowed to discuss my mistress, whether with her retinue or the outsiders. She will tell you about herself personally if she feels like it. That is, assuming she survives. I'm begging you not to waste any more of our precious time, for it is running out. It makes you think she's alive. You may not believe me, but Lady Cassia is capable of incredible things. Not even the traitor Theobald can easily harness her power. Yeah, her emotional state transfers to everyone around her, basically. My men have reported that the station is in a deplorable state. Trust me, I should know. Everything happened too quickly. There were dozens of reports of accidents, victims, and failing systems. But the only precious thing of this station is Lady Cassie's life. Everything else is futile and can be easily replenished. Why did you not respond to the messages from Rykad Minoris? I've already said Urek 5 is sacrosanct. In the holy domain of the Navis Nobility, it is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We have hoped to solve the crisis on our own, but when the situation spiraled out of control, we could not establish contact because the traders had disabled our equipment. Let's see. It would be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. You should hurry then. We'll stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, Rogue Trader. May the Emperor's light be with you.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
Goods. Are they goods? So, okay.
I tire of
We
idleness.
can level
Let's
up
move.
again. Okay, so now we can do this. Okay, so you already have this one. So this is all getting this one. What else do we want? Okay, and you have this one. Probably that one. Okay, so we
None shall stand in my way.
are gonna save real quick.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Athletics. Okay, so we are going to fight here.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I? Do you see that?
Meteorite chunk. Oh, that can go there. We don't need that.
A new challenge for me?
The enemy.
Take a knee and bow before me.
For the Emperor!
Okay, John, get up there, please. Abelard. Okay, so there's the one guy here. And there's the bunch across the way. There's a few. There's one down there. And there's. Just the one over here. Abelard, go take care of that one, please. Adira. Heinrichs can head that way. Pascal can head this way. Cabela. Oh wait, no. So Abelard. No, Pascal can go over here. Abelard's already to block him. Abelard's already going that way. And Our Lady Cabela.
I must not falter. Onward!
Ah, you,
As honor ordained, killing
now you just gotta do that.
brings me no pleasure.
Means you can't move, so.
Weather the storm!
Break them around!
Follow my lead.
My ears are ringing.
Weapon at the ready!
Now. Perfect spot. Where's that commander? You? No. No, you can't
I
target.
don't have time for this.
Okay, then just take you out.
Not a problem for me. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Moving out! I will not die in dishonor.
Pascal,
Running by their
take this one out,
override.
please.
Vital function successfully terminated.
That's all I need.
I must not falter.
Oh, there's a few more back there. They're all coming down the middle. This is good. This is good, actually. Come on.
Onward!
Heinrichs. You don't even need to use Iron Arm on yourself.
But of course, Lord Canon, your reckoning is due. Be gone.
Just take them down.
Let's see to it.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Put this on Cabela. That's it.
High momentum.
Charge this guy.
Reduced to dust. I will do my duty.
Weather the storm!
Took that one here
Follow
on.
my lead.
By the way, just move there first.
Let thy blade be drenched in blood, and thy blessing flow through my veins. Trust me. Come.
There you
The
go.
other side awaits.
Down here.
Suits my purpose. Nothing of value has been lost.
There we go.
It's about time.
So we already got the treasures that were over there. This door is locked, I believe. Yeah, that's the door that we need to go through. So all of these pieces are, a lot of these things are like, we're going
Follow my lead.
to use them to make some stuff in laboratory up over this
Governor
way.
Medina has done the living a grave disservice. It grieves me to think how he will serve the Undying One when he calls his servant to his side.
The privilege of saying what you think with no regard for diplomacy is a gift, one I hope you appreciate.
Open it. And open that door too. Why not? Open that door too.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Cassia is the child. By the way.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Just as he ordained.
We worked our way through the notes and all that fun stuff last time, so I'm just gonna look it up because I forget how. But either way, we're here for the Cogitator Spirit. Okay, I'm recording blasphemy. The person found guilty of such cruelty to a noble mechanism must be sentenced to immediate destruction. Awaken it. Okay. Request data on the station's navigators. There's Felek, there's Theobald. The other three are deceased, and there's the child, which is Cassia. Examine the log. Report. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated in the lower levels. Chambers A and D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting backup. I sneeze. 1 second. Okay. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. See? Officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winterscale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure if it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own. So remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor, you hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. Examine the recent entries. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains processed. The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It's imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Data expunged. Examine the station's docking log. Let's see. You managed to recover the latest entry, which is Reagent Aranto or Celio. Date of visit classified. Everything is classified. Examine the security and life support logs. Let's see. Damage all over the place. The imminent demise of this void station is affirmed. The damage to its core infrastructure has reached critical mass, at which point further degradation has commenced in a cascading configuration. View the encrypted data. Okay. Well, Pascal, do your thing. Most of the data has been wiped. You find traces of the Purge protocol. Recovery is impossible. The list of most recent commands, having been embedded in the machine's consciousness, now flits across the screen. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, "Only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems, but Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, and neither have I. Could it be that..." Yeah, Bellic. And we can't do that. Switch to the main chamber controls. Open all doors on this level. Yep, go ahead, please. So Pascal makes it work. Main hall. Library. Already opened. Adjacent compartment. We shouldn't open that, it's depressurized. Technical areas. Passage has been opened there. Guard room. Already opened. Laboratory. That's the one we want. Armory. Or logic. Here, click from somewhere behind you. Yay. Main elevator controls. Activate the elevator.
None shall stand in my way.
This door. And these are all notes for... That's all that's in here? There's this room too. Pascal, open
The
it.
machine gun grants me insight.
Okay, the long glasses. That's a laser, though. I don't need lasers. Don't have it. Well, we'll hold on to it in case. Looks like I don't know who else is going to be around for that, but might find somebody who can use it. Clear.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Sword. Survive to persuasion, not bad.
A new challenge for me.
So yeah, that's not great.
just as I was taught.
Hey, what's that?
Go get that. We're gonna need a.
It's
we're gonna
about
use
time.
those. We're gonna use this. Those goods. Remake the control rod real quick. Okay. Let's look up how to do this again. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. No. Okay. If my internet wants to, it's having trouble doing it both of these. Okay, so the psi crystal and the adamantine goes in the transducer one at a time. Let's do that.
Something of interest. Follow my lead.
Okay. Then, my phone. I got my phone settings on. Battery saver, so it always puts it to sleep. Okay, so mutated flesh in the tissue. Okay, so tissue. Mutated flesh. Data crypt is H41OK. This is biogel. And this is the crystal dust.
Halt. I noticed something.
And we get this. Immunity to toxic damage inflicts a -1 penalty to toughness until the end of combat. Next one is just a flesh sample. Then it is KO4OH. Then it is unidentified acid. And then it is the other dust, the adamantine dust. Here we go.
We need to investigate.
I don't know that we're going to use these, but might as well have them. Immunity to warp damage and inflicts a -10 penalty to fellowship, but the user cannot deal warp damage.
Victory awaits!
Yeah, we did it.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Well, Mr. Fellick. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation route as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy they fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Tell me more, what paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Can you see behind the masks? The whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak, the naughty little things. They say that tearing off the masks is your concern. Everything is clear now. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. I have many questions regarding what happened on the station. You think they are worth the life of my mistress? Who is the child mentioned in the documents and the reports found on the station? You meddled with something that should have been left alone. The child is what the station servants call Lady Cassia, for the commoners' dirty mouths must not sully her name by uttering it. You see, it is not beneficial for all the servants to have their vocal organs altered. Some prove to be more useful when they're able to speak. The madmen I fought were convinced that we were the traitors. That's why they are insane. Do you really heed the ramblings of retainers who dared to raise their hand against the scions of a noble bloodline? The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. The warp corrupts not only the soul, but just as much the body and the mind. Mad and furious, a single servant wielded more strength than an entire squad of the mistress's personal guards. The bodyguards had their minds fogged as well, but their honed will let them hold out long enough to destroy those who rushed in to assault them with bare hands. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems, too many things required special access available only to the keeper of the station. As I'm sure you're aware, there were two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Urselio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes that have befallen Yurak 5 and our noble line. I listened to a recording of a private conversation between the station's officers. You were very lenient towards them, purposefully neglecting the security protocols. I was lenient, this is true. In the end, I paid a steep price for it. Just look at the destruction around us. The insurgents have left almost nothing of my home. I saw the security captain's report. Only the keepers could have access to the station's systems, but Theobald stayed at his side the entire time and could not have initiated the self-destruct protocol. Which means he did it before the report was filed, or maybe after, or... You dare suspect me of what happened? The one who's going out of his way to preserve what little there is left? By the God Emperor, you will keep these slanderous accusations to yourself. You ignored the password that was sent to Vane Winterscale from the station. Ridiculous! I personally give out passwords to every attendant. What you mentioned when we first met has nothing to do with the access code to Yurak 5. You have been misled. That flies, Fellick. I'm certain you were the one behind this coup. I suppose it is time to remove my mask. Congratulations, you got me. But did you really expect me to be sincere this entire time? To welcome you with open arms, an ally of Tisiphone and her monster? The accursed child who has tormented the navigators of House Varselio for years? Don't make me laugh. You arrived to help her completely destroy our house, and I cannot let that happen. What are you babbling about? I know nothing of this Tisiphone or monsters of any kind. You do not? In that case, accept my sincere apology. For the deception in my earlier behavior, I had no intention of making an enemy of Von Valancius heir, nor of destroying the station that served as my home for many years. It left me no choice. You cannot even imagine what monster lurks in the upper chambers. Evil, a plague, a pestilence on our bloodline that seeks to destroy House Urselio from within. And Theobald and his followers, just mindless fanatics serving this evil. Lady Cassia is a scion of a merciless tyrant, but it is not her relation to Tisiphone that is terrifying. She is a monster whose powers drive servants insane in mere turns. A cursed child who can kill a navigator from the Arcelio bloodline with just a look. I alone managed to get close enough to her over the years. She lowered her guard and trusted me, and at long last, I rid my house of the curse. This is the truth. Seems like another lie. Tell me, do you ever speak the truth? Pity. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now we are merely delaying the sorrowful end of your story. Prepare to die.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
You dare cross the faithful?
John, get back. Abelard, okay, so Pascal is in combat with you. Abelard, get ready to go there. Yura, take cover here. Heinrichs. Bella can help take. Oh, Heinrichs, I want you to get into combat there. You're staying. Bella, I need you to just go and take out as many guys as you can. How many are around? There's one, there's two. There. Here there's one, there's two, there's three, there's four. So sure, Cabela can go there. Close enough. Oh, we've moved away and Pascal just destroyed you.
Aim for the heart next time.
Follow my lead.
My prescience has failed me. Moving out!
Heinrichs.
For the throne's glory. I won't object to it. Your reckoning is
there
due.
he goes. That was easy.
Naturally.
It will be done. At your beck and call, I took care of
There
this
you
one.
go.
Indeed.
Stay vigilant. Follow my lead. Death to the heretics!
Bella, please.
As the tenant, death is a blessing. Trust me. The shadows will see us. The other side awaits. As honor or death is a blessing.
There you go. And
High momentum.
target him. Start targeting him.
Nothing I can't do. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
That means Adira. There's only one. And one over there.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
No, he's not quite dead. Okay. Well then, help yourself.
Anything else?
Pascal, get moving over towards that guy.
Why did I not foresee this?
Charge him? You
Follow
can.
my lead. One fewer target.
I won't tolerate weakness.
What advice?
Doubt is for the weak.
what do we have here? Okay, we'll keep that. Might as well hold on to that. Tactical goggles. And the control rod.
We shall prevail.
Okay, we were gonna equip him with... We're gonna equip people with some stuff here. So the tactical goggles. She was gonna get this. Where's my persuasion? Pascal actually has persuasion. His tech use is already pretty high, so we could actually probably give him this. Actually, you can have that for logic. Or what do we have for logic anyway? 65. Okay, yeah, he's at 78. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Turn on, please. Go up. Pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed, talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continuously streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye in the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. When your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. You are enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill your lead, your heart hammers in your chest, and you desire to turn and flee. From this room, from the station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Ow, ow, ow! My own little pals weren't getting bad enough. Now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. I'm registering abnormal activity in my tear ducts. Salt being produced by my body may negatively affect the performance of my respiratory apparatus. Vulnerability must be rectified. It has been logged. She wipes a single tear. These are not my emotions. Mine have long since been cut out of my soul. Give the order, John and Dolman, and I cannot withstand this delirium for much longer. I know why I am here. I will stand strong against any illusion. Direct all your attention inwards, to your heart, currently shackled by another suffering. Under the gaze of your burning inner eye, despair and pain begin to dwindle. The darkness in your soul dissolves. The lump in your throat shrinks, and you discover that you are standing in front of a bizarre creature, a young woman whose tears you seem to have dried along with your own. What is happening? Is somebody calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? John Craticus von Valancius. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pardon my manners, John Craticus. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. Hendricks jerks abruptly as if he intends to dash forward, but someone else is quicker. The heavy-set old man who has been kneeling nearby erupts into sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room as though the veil of ignorance has been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred throne preserve. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You. The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance of those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside as his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the Whisper shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. At present, I'm trying to determine what is happening on Urak 5. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix service. So who are you? John Craticus von Valancius, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy. How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. So House Orselio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. You're not hurried to answer, think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. If the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone. She is the heir of House Orselio. They call me dangerous with my witchcraft. You look frightening. You're not supposed to see me, or Felix, or the sacred child. Navigators are highly paid for their loyal service to the Imperium according to his will. No one would dare judge the guides of humanity, the chosen of the Galactic Sovereign himself. What service do you ask of me? Save the sacred child. Take her away from the station. I fear you do not have long left. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Aranto, acting head of House Orselio in the Coronis Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. You're talking as though you expect to die here. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the thrones slowly enough to see the child taken care of. We have a Medicaid deck on my ship. No, I am the keeper of Urak 5, and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. I want to know what happened between you and Felix is my wayward student. He came to Urak 5 as a Kello youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child. To revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our Novators, Sforio Celio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. He thought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the Novator's throne. I presume this Navis Nobilite house has reasons for treasuring the child other than uncontrolled outbursts of warp sorcery? What might those be, I wonder? A young, mature navigator who likely hasn't completed her training? Enough! I'll not have you questioning myself or my charges within the dominion of House Orselio. Philip accused you of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers. I never thought I would fall so low. The child's life were not at stake. Very well, I have no choice, or proof of my innocence. I can give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite. The honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you. I guarded this station against calamity and incursions I guarded the station against calamities and incursions from without to the best of my ability, and forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup. How could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust my errors in my face. I'm twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea of a bright future. Let's see. Cassia shall come with me. Good. That is good. Do allow us to say our proper farewells.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
What? What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Corollas Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
No! Not you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
I regret we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Let's see. I offer you my protection and grant you shelter aboard my vessel.
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
As a Lady Navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please,
Take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
None shall stand in my way.
Do I have anything I can take? There's one. Once we're done with the cutscenes here, I think I gotta call it for the night. And this is roughly where we were before, apart from talking to the people on the bridge, which we'll do that next time. Love my swivel chair. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first. Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. First, I wish to speak to the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course, when you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Did you wish to speak about? I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. For that I am immeasurably grateful. But now, I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. You require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. Why are you asking for these items? You are asking questions the answers to which you cannot comprehend. Perhaps I may explain it to you at a later time, but now our time is too precious to waste. As a navigator of House Orselio, I give you my word that without canvas and paint, you have little hope of a smooth journey through the warp. I have no reason to lie. Okay, tell me more about what the ritual entails. I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirit of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel. She shows her implants. After that, I use the House Orselio ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts, and then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system. Oh, the light, the guiding thread, so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. But you have nothing to worry about. The navigators of House Orselio never lose their course. Why do you refuse red paint? It is my habit to use the blood of my attendants so as to preserve my own. However, given the certain circumstances, my own will serve even better. The blood of the Navis Nobilite is sacred, and is more suitable for the communion ritual. Let's see, I shall ensure all the necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me if you can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is over. Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Picks up pulses, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. And the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, then Stifled gasp of the Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, behind the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother. The sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened, the great ruler is gone. Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Leave her undisturbed. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw in the strain, and then, sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's right, as it was for her predecessor. I'll arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual. What is left of them? Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness is spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two. And my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. That's not foreshadowing at all. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station, Yurak 5. Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruptions affecting Yurak 5 twisted the bodies and minds of its attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia, thank the Emperor. Navigators are trained to resist the Immaterium's pull. I'd also like to remind you that Governor Medina is still waiting to talk to you in his command center. Thank you, Vigus. That'll be all for now. Okay. So you're going to save. So there's still some, I think we're gonna get another cutscene or whatever with Cassia, and then we'll go talk to people. So next time on Rogue Trader, we got a cutscene with Cassia. We're gonna talk to everyone on the bridge. We're gonna head to Rykad Minoris, and we'll probably go down to the sewer first, because that was something at the last that was something that I said that did in the chapter that didn't get recorded. I said that I was going to look up and see whether we were going to the sewer for a mission, or if it was just an extra area to explore. It said it was an extra area to explore, so nothing else will send us there, so we'll head there ourselves. So, as usual, this is John Crate signing out.